Your attention, please.
I haven't done a top something list in a little while, and I do have a couple in mind, but today is going to focus on the top phrases I hear in the office business world that are getting on my nerves. So number 3 on the list is anything around the word opportunities, whether that be, what were the opportunities? Or, let's identify the opportunity. Or, what opportunities arose during the project? A few years ago, I found the word opportunity started entering the business world, particularly around what we'll call one-on-ones with a boss and their subordinate. Because it wasn't about what did you do wrong this month, right? It was about finding ways to help people improve and make them feel good about the things they did well and feel good about the things they get to do better on, as opposed to making them feel bad about where their faults are. So there was no more faults anymore, it was opportunity. And as time went on, as is the case with most of these phrases I'm going to bring up, we start using these buzzwords more and more often and in places where it's covering up the truth as opposed to trying to do something good. Now it's really more about, let's call an obvious mistake that shouldn't have happened an opportunity, instead of having the guts to come out and say, no, this was really just a problem and it shouldn't happen again. And it's not about applying that to people, it's about applying it to processes. But of course, processes are approved and developed by management, and how dare anything negative reflect against them. So we'll call these mistakes and things that just should never happen again opportunities. Originally, I was going to put, let's think outside the box here, because that was used for a while. But I don't find it's used very much anymore. It's been overtaken by another phrase, and that one is creative solutions. Let's think of some creative solutions. Well, what creative solutions can we come up with to rectify this opportunity? And again, I think this is a phrase that's evolved over time. So way back when I started first hearing this starting to come into play, which wasn't that long ago, it was more about, we have a new problem facing us. Let's get innovative, and let's think of something that someone hasn't thought of before to handle it. Or maybe there wasn't even a problem. Maybe it's, let's just challenge the way we do things currently, simply with the goal of making things better. But as of late, I find this phrase is being used to say, hey, here's a process that we put in place to help protect us and the work that we do, so we know we do it right, and we want to find a way to break that process because someone is telling us to. But we don't want to make ourselves look like a bunch of pussies that can't say no. So let's come up with some creative solutions so that we can break our own rules and say yes to the people that we're afraid to say no to. Think big picture. Now again, originally, I felt that this phrase was always about, there is a big picture, but someone's kind of focusing on just the bottom right-hand corner of the picture. They have to pull back and look at the big picture. So you're not seeing everything that's in front of you about a current situation. But I find the tone of this is being changed slightly. So now when they say, think big picture, what's really being said is, think of the big picture. You know, the one above that desk. That desk which is my desk, which means I'm the boss and I don't care about your picture. Look at my picture instead. That's the one I want you to focus on. It's not about changing your perspective on one given picture. It's more about raising the elevation, taking yourself up higher in the picture. Not necessarily for the good of everyone, but just so that you can try and distract yourself from all the nuts and bolts that you see way down below, in hopes you won't care so much about how things will be affecting you and the people you work directly with. The picture has changed from a picture where we can see all of the employees doing the grunt work to way up in the sky where we can just see the office building and of course the corner offices in that building.